Hello, I'd like to introduce you to American sycamore. American sycamore is Platanus occidentalis. It typically grows along floodplains down in the broad valleys of Ohio. The leaves on American sycamore are simple and they alternate sides. So they're not going to be paired like the maple. The leaves are going to alternate when they attach to the twig. These broad leaves can be 5 to up to 8 inches in length is what the keys say. I've actually seen them much larger than that. They'll typically have 3 to 5 broad lobes, and then you'll have these large teeth between the major tips of the leaf. When you flip the leaf over, you're going to see some really large pronounced veins, and the underside this time of year will be fuzzy or woolly. Another thing you'll notice about American sycamore, it has a short petiole, but the petiole or the stalk is swollen at the base. When you look at the twig and the leaf attached to it, you cannot see the buds because the swollen petiole totally encircles or covers that bud. Buds are probably about 1/4 of an inch in length. This time of year they're not that large, they're still green, but when they mature and the leaves fall off, they're going to be cone shaped. They're going to be rusty red-brown underneath. Again, alternating sides. You're also going to notice these leafy structures right at the base of the leaf where it's attached. They're called stipules, and the stipules, when they fall off, will leave a scar that totally encircles the twig. The bark on American sycamore is kind of flaky down low, and as you work your way up into the tree, you're going to start to see patches of white, and eventually up into the tree, you're going to have more of a white bark. Here's a mature sycamore down low. You can't see the base because it's covered up by a black walnut tree. But as we progress up into the crown, you're going to see that it becomes very white. And the branches up high are going to be white as well. That's one way you can find American sycamore down in the valleys. If you stand on the ridges, you can see the white sycamores lining the streams. The fruit on American sycamore is pendulant. It'll have a very long stalk, and at the base you'll have a large ball of seeds. These seeds are already gone, so this is the hard core that you're seeing that's left. And if you look at the indentations on that hard core, you can see where all the seeds were attached earlier. In the summer, these fruits will start to form. They'll be green throughout most of the growing season. They'll start to turn tan in the fall. The leaves will hang on all winter long, and then in the spring, when the conditions are right, the air temperature raises, the humidity's lower. These little wing seeds, they look like little parachutes, or they're technically called achenes, will break loose and they'll fill the air. I got an email from a landowner named George who said they reminded him of the paratroopers landing in Normandy. And that's exactly what it looks like. They'll cover the air, they're very light seeded, and that's the strategy for American sycamore to regenerate. It sends out millions of small seeds. Those that happen to land in good conditions have the opportunity to grow.